Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to the Vampiress Mileena review. This time you guys voted on Twitter with a solid 57.8% for Vampiress Mileena. So let's take a closer look at her. Vampiress Mileena is part of the Netherrealm class and her passive is called Blood Siphon. Any opponent fighting against Mileena for 10 seconds starts to bleed. Mileena gets regen on her early launch special attack 2 if opponent is suffering from bleed. All Netherrealm characters gain plus 50% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed. Mileena's gear piece is the Razor Sai and it gives you 25% critical hit chance boost, 50% chance to convert 50% damage to health on special attack 2, which is for Mileena characters only, and 25% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed or poison. For her feats of strength she has to win 200 matches in challenge mode for her rune. For her victory stances she has to win 750 matches in faction wars. For her taunts she has to perform 1500 special 2 attacks. For her icons she has to perform 2000 special 1 attacks. For her backgrounds she has to knock out 500 Kitana enemies. For her titles she has to win 500 matches in battle mode. Now let's take a look at her victory stances one by one, starting with Double Down. Next up we have No Chance. Third is the Sai Flourish. And exclusive for Vampiress Mileena only, the Messy Meal. And on your victory screen it will look like this. Now let's take a closer look at all her backgrounds. Next up we have the icons. And finally, the titles. Vampiress Mileena has two kinds of combo enders, the first one being a Vampire Bite, which not only suits her vampire design but also is beautifully animated. And after the final hit it will push the enemy down to the ground, leaving you enough time to plan a follow-up strategy or go for a tag out. Her second combo ender may not be that spectacular, but it has the benefit to push the enemy back, which is ideal to follow up with special attacks, especially her special 1 attack will benefit big time from that. Once again, I highly recommend to put Scarlet's gear piece, the Vial of Infinite Blood, on her, which does not only give you a block breaking ability but also causes bleed on combo ender, which absolutely comes in handy for a character like Vampiress Mileena. Her special 1 attack is called Sadistic, and it has no special effect tied to it, but it is capable to knock out your opponents, and also noteworthy is that if you score above 90%, she will throw 2 Sais instead of 1. Also, if you equip her with the Bladed Fan and the Tarkatan Gi, she has a very high chance to heal on these special 1 attacks. Her special 2 attack is called the Early Lunge, and there is also no special perk tied to it. But on the plus side, it deals a lot of damage, and her special 2 is also unblockable. This attack is also capable of knocking out your opponent, and it's always wise to wait until your enemy shows signs of bleed, because in this case she will get some health back, and if I'm not mistaken, the amount of health that she regains is about 1/4 of her entire health bar. Her X-ray is called Let Us Dance, and this one has a bleed effect tied to it. And of course you will already be used to this X-ray by her variations Classic Mileena and Piercing Mileena. As already mentioned, once the opponent starts to bleed and she performs her Early Lunge special 2, she regains a lot of health. Vampiress Mileena is one of my favorite characters when it comes to design, and at one point I saw on Twitter McPack, one of the developers, stating that Vampiress Mileena is basically his tribute to a character like Nitara, who is unfortunately not very likely to come to MK Mobile at all, but the Vampiress variation is a great tribute nonetheless. Her entire look is incredible, and the unblockable special 2 makes her a very dangerous character, especially once she starts to heal. As she got released, she was a challenge character, but now she only seems to have a pack. I'm not sure if she comes back as a challenge, but if you have the chance to unlock her, it's definitely worth it, and she's a great addition to every NetherRealm team. Of course it makes the most sense to team her up with other teammates who cause bleed, such as Slasher Jason, Classic Scorpion, Dark Lord Kotal Khan, you name it. And especially once Halloween is around the corner again, it's a lot of fun to build teams around Vampiress Mileena. Just make sure to get her out of the match as soon as she faces Piercing Mileena, because Piercing Mileena gets a bar of power with each bleed, so she will be at an X-ray at no time. And now for a final overview, I've decided to come up with something new, which is the pro and con area. And I think if we're going with the top 3 for each category, it will be enough. So my first pro would be definitely her design, because in my opinion she's one of the best looking characters we have in MK Mobile so far. Second, I'm going to choose her unblockable special 2, mainly because of the damage it deals. And my third choice would be her healing ability, because this way she can have a comeback even if she is already completely down on health. And sometimes this can make or break a battle. Now for the cons, it's not as much a problem with herself as a character, but characters who she will face. And here one of the most dangerous ones I've already mentioned, Piercing Mileena, because her passive really makes Vampiress Mileena uncomfortable. My next pick would be MK11 Jade, because she heals on all DOTs, and of course if she's teamed up with other MK11 teammates, these will also heal by the passive Vampiress Mileena inflicts. As far as the third one goes, I was initially tempted to say Classic Liu Kang, because he gets this strength buff from DOTs, but I am going to say Dark Raiden because he also heals on bleed DOTs. Now if I would have to rate her, I would give her a solid 8 out of 10 within the gold tier. She is not perfect by any means, and she definitely has her problems with a few characters. but she is so much fun to play, and to me that's one of the most important aspects when it comes to a fighting game. So that was Vampiress Mileena in a nutshell, but how about you guys? Do you have her? What are your most favorite teams with her? Just leave a like and a comment below and we can get the discussion going. Please also leave me some feedback on this new pro and con section, so I can see if this helps you guys further. Thanks a lot for tuning in again. Right now we have the Hanzo Hasashi challenge going on, so pretty soon I will drop the video for that. Take care, Casey over and out for today.
Thank you for watching around the realm. If you enjoyed the slaughter and the bloodshed, you can support the channel by clicking on the like button. You can also click on one of the two videos presented by Baraka here. Also make sure that you are subscribed and click the bell notification icon to be notified upon new uploads. You all know the drill. Wound not kill, have a good one, and see you next time.